This is our little hallway. This is where we keep all the dog leads and stuff. You can see Gemma's, some Gemma's things are still here. Her Edelweiss lead is still here. But this is Grace's harness, fleece-lined harness that she wears, not because she's a service dog, but because she has a strained neck and at her great age, it's kinder to walk in a harness. There's a thermostat for our central heating. Here are Martin's parents. Here's the Welsh National Anthem, because I don't know if I remember telling you, but I'm from Wales. And the Welsh alphabet. See, and you thought the Scots were odd. This lovely mirror, I just turned through 90, was from my great aunt, and it lived in my mum's flat until she passed away, so now we have it. And you can just see our bathroom down there, and oh dear, we have a separate loo, because this used to be public housing until the 1980s. So let's go back into the lounge, which you remember. So coming from the front door, you turn left into our lounge. Okay, and this bookshelf here, let me just turn the lights on so we get some good shots. Oop, maybe scratch that. This first bookshelf are all our religious books to do with Judaism, and our prayer books are all on the bottom shelf. All the cream ones are our festival prayer books. I just have Pentecost to add, and our daily prayer books are over there. And then these are all our non-fiction books, because I'm a bit of a closet librarian. So those are all our non-fiction books and our little stereo. And there's the pictures of Martin that I showed you before. And the little sofa that you often see me sat on is here. Then we've got a lovely little bay window. All the windows here are double glazed. And I have a doll's house, which is a proper 1 to 12 size one. It's still a work in progress. We're doing it in memory of my old Girl Guide / Scout leader. And although it reflects our tastes, it reflects her interests inside. And then Martin's pets are all on the windowsill. So we have a spider plant, excuse me, a spider plant and an aloe vera, and there's an orchid that's just finished flowering. And then on this side of the house we've got 2 money trees and a Christmas cactus and another orchid. This was my grandma's feeding chair. It's now fed 4 generations of babies in this family. And I have to show you my little Russian dolls, because they're not your typical Russian dolls. They're actually Girl Guide Russian dolls. So that's the big one, and that's the leader. And then inside I've got a ranger, a guide, a brownie and a rainbow. Then that's my mum's tall boy. And you've seen the books up here. All the books on this side of the room are fiction. That's the doggy. Those are the doggy toys, because we used to subscribe to something called a pet box that came once a month, and there were toys in it every month. So we're overrun with doggy toys. I really should take some down to the shelter. I think you know who's playing hide and seek. She's not very good at it though. The fan is still on hurricane setting, and there's the rest of our fiction books and the Matterhorn and me as a little girl and all the photographs and the big sofa that Martin occupies in the evenings. And that little nest of tables came from my mum's house, and this card table came from my mum's house as well. And then out here, this up here is a Welsh love spoon, which I bought for Martin when he asked me to marry him. I got an engagement ring and he got a Welsh love spoon. So come into what was our kitchen and is now our dining room. So our table is a gate leg table and folds up, so it's currently folded up. And then all my mum's treasures are now hiding in those display cabinets. This is the den we set up for the dogs, and that cupboard there is where all the doggy treats and doggy food is kept, and Martin's tools and everything else. And then this is my real treasure in here. This is my piano, which my grandfather, my opa, bought me when I was just 5 years old, and all my cookbooks are out here. Okay, and then we've got some other special things on here. We've got my 30 years and Martin's 10 years long service. That's a picture of me aged 11, if you're wondering. That's Martin with Oscar, the day he was born. These are my father's parents. And the picture behind is Oscar planning world domination. The 3 ladies are my great-grandmother Esther in the middle and her two sisters before they left Lithuania. And that drawing is of my mummy. That was done by one of my Uncle Izzy's fellow POWs in Stalag 8B. And now we're moving in. This archway was our patio doors, and there's our beautiful mezuzah from Jerusalem that my little friend Isla bought us. Okay, and on this side of the room, we have, it's not very pretty because we now have exposed pipework which we need to sort out. There's my mum's hostess trolley, which is very useful on a Friday or on a Yom Tov, and our IKEA sideboard. But on top of the IKEA sideboard, we have the candles ready for Shabbat tonight, so those will be lit 18 minutes before sunset. And this is the family. You have your communion in church. We do bread and wine at home, and that's our chalice for blessing the wine. And that was my great-grandfather's. And then this is our new kitchen. Again from IKEA, because like you, I'm a bit of a cheapskate. But cheapskate or not, the quality is amazing. So this side is my milky side of the kitchen. It's where I do all my baking. Oh, and there are Grace's bowls. Okay, so over here, quite apart from all of Grace's dietary supplements, so she's got salmon oil, and she's got U-Move tablets and some stuff to help her with her pee-pee. I've got my mum's old Kenwood chef under the cover here, and my Kenwood food processor. And the tin is for keeping seeds in, and there's a pineapple there waiting to be turned into salad later. Here's our fridge, and this is the other end, which is the business end of the kitchen. There's my range, and that's the cleaning side, so the washer dryer and all my washing bits and bobs are in there. And this narrow cupboard here is my larder. See? In here I have all my goodies, and there are more at the top. See? And then the boiler is hidden over there in the corner for the central heating and the hot water. And then all this is storage here. My dishwasher is a very special one. It comes from New Zealand, and it works as two independent halves. So I can use it as a kosher dishwasher. My range is by a company called Range Master, and they're the ones who make the lovely Aga cookers that you see in English country cottages. And that's my kitchen. And then, sorry, that was a very quick pan, and I'm sorry to make you dizzy. We've got these lovely new French doors out into the garden. So this is our lovely new patio that was built last November. And my herbs, it's quite sunny out here, even though we face northeast. So I've got what you call oregano and sage growing here. And this is garlic chives, which is just coming into flower. And curly parsley, because I prefer it to the straight kind, because I mix the straight kind up with what we call coriander and what you call cilantro. Here's some thyme and some more sage and some spearmint and another sage. And over here there's beautiful white roses, which normally only give us one crop a year, but I think we're on our third set now. And my little olive tree and my little bay tree. And those replace the ones that Mummy bought us when we moved in. And there's a yucca coming here, and the laurel and the yellow rose. And up here, I don't know if our little froggies are nowhere near as big as the froggies you get in America. But we have froggies living in our little pool. Here's our little ornamental pond. And the frogs do like to come out and bask, but I can't see. If I could see any, I would show them to. I would film them for you, but that's where they normally like to bask. And they're about the size of my little finger at the moment. And this is our back patio, and the shed and the back gate. So now you've seen, and there's the gate down. You can just see the light outside the front door, and that's leading back down to the front of the house. So that is the downstairs of our little house. I hope you've enjoyed your tour, and I'll try and do upstairs a bit later on, if that's okay. See you later. And there's the view from the back door. Sorry about the mess. From the back door, looking back towards the cupboards under the stairs.